Now, coming back out here live, police left this area about an hour ago, and so far no weapon has been found. Again, a 19-year-old man is dead at this hour following an officer-involved shooting in the Bayview neighborhood. Live in San Francisco, Aubrey Aquino, KRON 4 News. Catherine, police have one man in suspect, but they say he is not the main suspect in this incident, and they are now going door to door searching for the suspect who still may be hiding in the area. They're also making sure that residents are safe and evacuating as necessary. Now, around 10:15 this morning, and if you're wondering what kind of posse the Royals are traveling with for this visit, they've kept the supporting cast relatively small, with 6 people in the entourage, including an advisor, private secretary, 2 press secretaries, a tour coordinator, and of course, Kate's personal hairdresser. Aubrey Aquino, KRON 4 News. In a very short span of just about 4 hours, the First Lady made 2 stops in Oakland and San Francisco today, her first appearances since her husband's been in office. And it was an expensive ticket to see First Lady Michelle Obama either at the Claremont for breakfast or the luncheon that followed at the Merchants Exchange building. With California's 1% tax rate drop kicking in Friday, statewide the sales tax range lowers to be between 7.25% to 9.7%. And while saving a penny may not seem like a whole lot, it can add up. In San Francisco, fuel costs are more than the state average, but the good news is prices have gone down 8 cents in the past week, 2 cents less than yesterday, today just at $4.20, but still way up from a cheap $3.17 a gallon a year ago. You can see here on this tree where a huge chunk split from the trunk and fell forward. And unfortunately, this car right here took most of the impact. The San Francisco 49ers already have plans to build a new stadium here in Santa Clara near their headquarters. And they've also already secured nearly $150 million in suite revenue. But estimates to get this new stadium built are close to $1 billion. In Santa Clara, Aubrey Aquino, KRON 4 News. If Scotty Cousins wasn't in the lineup today, and this morning he told reporters he is just sick about the situation, so much so that he told Marlins PR he doesn't want to do any on-camera interviews. After the game, he even told Vern last night he couldn't sleep. He tried to call Buster Posey a couple times last night with no luck, has now written a letter which will be hand-delivered to Posey. I'll have more fan reaction in the next hour. Aubrey Aquino, KRON 4. Tonight's game is the second in a 4-game series here in San Francisco. It's actually a rematch of last year's NLCS Championship Series. That's when the Giants killed the Phillies' hopes of winning a World Series championship last year by knocking them out of the playoffs, and that's when the Giants became the villains on the Philly sports scene. Now, everyone talks about that Dodgers-Giants rivalry, but since the Dodgers, well, they're not doing too hot, and the Giants and Phillies are 2 of the top teams to beat in the National League, now everyone's talking about a Giants-Phillies rivalry.
I don't think they're right. I think the Giants have gotten lucky here in the last couple of years, so they're kind of stepping it up onto our level. So we'll take that right now as a rivalry, but we're going to end things here pretty quickly.
I flew in from Japan this morning just to see this game. My boss is a Phillies fan. I'm a diehard Giants fan. And I'm hoping, even though it'll probably irritate my boss, that the Giants win, obviously.
We have chowder, they have cheesesteaks. Now, both of these teams also made big trades before last Sunday's trading deadline, and Philly brought in an outfielder only after the Giants brought in Carlos Beltran. Go figure. Live at AT&T Ballpark, I'm Aubrey Aquino, KRON 4 News.